how Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and even Lazada, Shopee, all these internet companies, how they're using your psychology against you, all right? They're fucking your life up.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Peng. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
I made another video on the topic of focus, right? Actually, I made several videos about focus, which is really, really important. Your success really is determined by your ability to focus. If you can't focus on anything, every day you're just doing like 27 things at the same time, it's kind of like me, which is really a problem I need to fix. But anyways, if that's what you're doing, then you're not gonna get very far with anything that you do. The ability to focus is really important, and this is why I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time, which means sometimes other things will get ignored, but I need to be able to focus, otherwise I cannot do anything well. And it's the same for you. If you can't focus on one thing, you can't do it well, right? Have you ever started a project? Maybe you're fixing cars, maybe you're building RC cars, maybe you're building drones, maybe you're writing a computer program, writing a piece of software, right? And then you start it, and then you stop. And then you wait a few days, and you try to get back to it, and you forgot everything. You don't know what you did. And then it's hard to get back to it. That's what I mean. Because once you stop focusing on it, you lose the momentum, and it's really hard to get back to it. And the way that you're gonna get anything done is to stay focused. And do not lose that momentum. Just keep going at it, and you won't forget, and you will keep doing, and then you'll actually accelerate your speed and velocity, and you can actually get more done that way. Now, getting back to the point, right? Why are these internet companies like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and so on, how are they using your psychology against you? How are they actually destroying your focus, right? They're destroying your focus for their gains. Let me explain, right? Let's start with TikTok, right? I think TikTok is really, really evil, all right? Why I say that? Because they totally leveraged your psychology against you, right? Because when you're using TikTok, basically you're a Pavlov's dog, Pavlov did this experiment, right? So, he would ring a bell, ring, ring, ding, 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 before he feed the dog, right? So he conditioned the dog so that, when the dog hears the bell, the dog gets the food, right? And when they do that enough times, he noticed, Pavlov did, that just by ringing the bell, the dog will start salivating. There was drool coming down the mouth. There was they get hungry, and the drool spit coming out of the mouth, right? So just by doing that association between bell and food, just by ringing the bell, the dog is gonna get the drools coming out of the mouth. So scientists did even more studies, and they found that the moment that the dog or the person or whatever gets the satisfaction, the happiness is not getting the food, it's actually ringing the bell, right? When you ring the bell, you can actually change the dog's behavior. They're happy, they're salivating, they're hungry, they're starving, they want the food, they get the desire of having food, right? Right? It's the same with humans, right? So basically, with TikTok, you're always swiping up. And when you're swiping up, you're anticipating what's gonna happen next, because you don't know what's gonna happen next, right? You don't know what next video is. But that anticipation of the next video is what makes your brain happy. Your dopamine in the brain gets released, right? You feel like having sex. Well, not to that extent, but basically it's a happiness chemical that gets released when you swipe up, right? When you swipe up, you don't even know what the next video is, but by the act of swiping up, is making you happy. And it's like a drug, it's like an addiction. That's why you're watching TikTok like 3 hours a day. Like when you start the TikTok, you can't stop. Have you noticed that? You say to yourself, oh, I'm just gonna watch TikTok for maybe 10 minutes, and then it's 3 hours. Because that swiping up motion, the finger swiping up, is actually giving you the dopamine, right? Your brain feels happiness. It's why, casinos, they have this thing called slot machines, right? You press a button or you push down the bar, and then the thing goes ding, 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 and then you see you win or not, right? And scientists actually did a study on that too, right? The moment of dopamine release is not when you win the prize. The moment of dopamine release is actually when you push the button or when you push down the bar. When you push the button and you don't know if you won or not. The thing's still going ding, 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 ding. You don't know what you get yet. But that is the moment you're the happiest. Your brain is the happiest, right? And it's an addiction. That's why so many people are addicted to casinos with those machines, with those slot machines. I know people that are so addicted to them and they're losing a lot of money, their life savings to casinos, to those slot machines, just because, they let their psychology, go against them, right? They don't understand their own psychology. If they understood their own psychology, how their brain works, they know this is a scam. They will never do it. And TikTok, YouTube, and even Facebook, they're using the same psychology against them. That's why they're so addictive, right? And those things are terrible. Like those things actually, suck away your focus, right? If you're going home every day and you turn on your TV and watch YouTube, you're addicted. If every day you go home, you go to bed and you lie down and then you start like reading your Facebook feed, you're addicted. And people like that, you can't focus. And if you can't focus, you're not going to succeed, all right? So I want you to look at your own personal behavior. Are you addicted to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all those things where, they're actually driving your dopamine in your brain just by making you do something small? It doesn't take a lot of effort to swipe up. It doesn't take a lot of effort to read your Facebook feed. You don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what the next item is. And that's actually giving you dopamine in the brain. It's like a drug. It's like an addiction. I want you to stop because it's addiction. It's a drug. Your brain is making you more stupid. Break the cycle. Get out of it, right? Those things are terrible for developing focus, because when you're addicted to those things, you will not have any focus. Your only focus is getting dopamine in the brain when you do that, all right? And that is a terrible way to live. So I want you to break out of that cycle. Don't be a fucktard. And look at how you're using Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I can tell you that I understand this. I don't fall for it, and you shouldn't too, all right? Don't be a fucktard. Take fucking action.